Honey, did you catch Taraji hosting SNL?
I did.
I was so excited for it, and then
it was like
I was kind of let down.
I think the Hillary Clinton skit.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Watch
because it was hilarious,
and I think it just
funny.
Daryl Hammond came back so he could do his Bill Clinton impersonation
and he
again.
was wonderful.
He was really good. And the thing about Taraji is even the opening monologue, I expected more from her. There were so many. I thought she was going to a very real place when she brought up, I've been in this business 20 years and now white people know who I am. And then all of a sudden we got a gospel choir and she's singing.
It just wasn't, she wasn't utilized. I mean, I thought she was going to do more. And
they had her being the straight person too much. Like they didn't let her deliver jokes or whatever.
Exactly. Maybe she's not funny.
I don't know. I did like her playing Cookie on Sesame Street. With Cookie good. Monster. That was good. That should be like required viewing. Yeah, that's really good. But all in all,
I was kind of let down about this.
I was let down, and I'm
glad she did it.
Right, I don't think it was an honor that was letting us down. I felt like the writing. I felt like the skits let her down.
Because she's going to be superb at what she does.
Right,
but I agree with
she's good.
that.
I just don't think they used her to her full capabilities.
Really, I was disappointed.
She can be really funny. I was disappointed.
But the Hillary Clinton skit,
that was nice.
Through.
And so on point and on time.
Exactly.
And what else is happening?
Well,
in
thinking
Empire
about
world?
Empire, I saw a little commercial. I don't watch American Idol that much anymore.
Right.
And I noticed that the contestants will be singing that "You're so beautiful."
Yes,
I can't sing one for darn, but you know where I'm going with this.
The Come Out song.
Yeah, Fox is keeping it going.
Kudos
to Fox.
But at some point, it's going to be oversaturation, right?
We don't want that.
I heard somebody say earlier today that the next time they see Jussie, they wanted to be on the season premiere.
Oh, God.
People are tired of looking at him.
Are we getting tired of them?
I'm not.
Well, thinking about Empire characters.
I'm not looking at them as much as I used to.
I love seeing them because I mean, I don't want them. I want them to get some rest because they need to be refreshed for Empire too. But I noticed Terrence Howard had a guest appearance on Madonna's Ghost Town video.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's been out for.
They had some moves. They did a little tango and everything, so it was kind of sexy a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a little awkward. There's just something about
Madonna's just been awkward for a minute now.
I know, but he's Lucius. I don't know. I don't know. You just have to.
He's played so well. I've seen it. He's played so well as Lucius that it's hard to see him as anything else. Yeah. It's kind of like when he was playing Quentin on The Best Man.
Right.
It was hard to see him be anything else. And the pimp, it's like, I guess he's that good of an actor that he carries the roles with him.
I know, but they had it like he was looking at her all passionately. I'm like, he's just thinking about Empire. That's the only passion Terrence Howard got. But then it's like, oops, wrong show.
Only passion for Empire. I love it.
Wrong show.
Did you see when Madonna kissed Drake full in his mouth?
I did.
Oh my God! At Drake's face.
What was your thoughts on that one?
My face fell too, but mostly because what Madonna doesn't realize is she's not the sexual icon she to these young cats that she is to the older cats.
It was an awkward moment.
It was to say the least. She didn't keep her lips to herself.
I mean, she still got it.
She got it.
But it's just this younger.
But Drake is looking for even younger than him. He doesn't care about her icon status.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was interesting.
Be nice and leave it at that.
Speaking of people too old to be doing some of the things they're doing.
Oh God, where you going?
Yes, honey. That 65-year-old G-Ma who is pregnant with quadruplets. What's up with that? I mean, sometimes I'll get up in the morning and I'm not even close to her age, and it takes me a while to get going because I'm like, dang, I got a 6-year-old. I gotta.
And she's already got 13 kids that I think range from like 7 or 8 to 44.
What kills me, the reason she gave for getting pregnant with this child is that her 9-year-old said she wanted another brother or sister.
Should the doctor step in on
this? Well, see, here's the thing.
And stop.
How she got pregnant, the IVF and everything.
Right. So that's how she got the quadruplets, probably.
It's illegal in Germany. The procedure she underwent is illegal where she lives. She went to the Ukraine to get it done.
Right.
And then came back. And she's getting ready to retire. And she also is quoted as saying that she hopes to fund their lives by promotional appearances in television.
God. Didn't we have this with Octomom?
Yes.
somebody needs to sit her down. You have done your part. Yeah. You have helped repopulate this world. Stop it.
But at least Octomom was young enough to where she might actually see her children grow up, the last of her children grow up. This woman is setting up her kids, setting up the baby she's about to have.
Right.
And I'm sorry, what 65-year-old wants to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for a feeding? Who's going to do that?
That's why you use the 44-year-old girl.
She's setting up her kids.
She got a plan.
That's why she had the other kids to take care of these.
They're old enough, right?
It's like, come on, really? I mean, pregnancy was not fun.
It sure wasn't.
It wasn't, and I don't understand how at that age.
And then at that age,
you already got aches and pains that you can't do nothing about. Okay, I'm done. I can't talk about her.
That was definitely a.
I'm just done.
I was looking at our paper.
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't know if it was yesterday's, which was Wednesday, where columnist James Ragland.
Yes.
Talked about the use of African American.
He did. He did.
To describe black people.
I was glad to see somebody in mainstream journalism talk about this subject.
Right. I don't know. I'm fine with being called black.
I'll tell you.
I know you will. I'm fine with being called black. I mean, even when we write, our style is to use black unless somebody specifically says African American.
Right.
And then, too, if they're not American, like in James' column, he said Africans like to be sometimes called black Africans.
Yeah.
They're not Americans.
They've taken it upon themselves to distinguish themselves that way because we hijacked their hyphenation. Oh, alliteration. We did. We hijacked. Somebody said sometime. Okay, in the 70s, somebody said, "Well, we need to call ourselves colored." Then somebody else said, no, we're Negroes.
Right.
Then somebody came around, no, we're African Americans. It's like, I grew up in such a way. I'll never forget my mother telling me that I don't know anything about Africa. Right. I know a lot about it geographically, but I haven't been there.
Right.
Not of there, except for my skin color and my history.
Right.
So for me to say I'm African dash American is wrong because I don't hold dual nationality.
Well, I think some people think to say African American is more politically correct than to say black.
And I mean, do what you want to do, but I prefer black because I don't hold dual nationalities.
Right.
I want to go one day. I have friends who've gone. I've studied. I love my forebears, but I know that I'm not dual nationality.
Well, and then we still have Black History Month, and
then when I moved to Miami, I met so many black people who were not from America.
Wow.
Who were not from here.
That's a good point.
And to call them African American was incorrect. It was inaccurate.
Right.
So forget all the other emotional ties. It's inaccurate for so many people.
It is inaccurate.
So his column
but
was
I think some people think it's politically correct. It
Right.
was very eye-opening. I also, in today's Thursday paper, I read this actually online. I was getting my allergy shot. She is political. I don't know. She might be a consultant.
Some woman.
She is going to Mars, or she wants to go to Mars. There was this company had it was either a contest or something.
I remember that, the contest
and you could apply
to populate the first space station or something in Mars.
They picked certain people.
Yeah.
She's one of them, and obviously to go to Mars is a one-way ticket to Mars because you ain't coming back.
Not coming back.
She's married. I don't think hubby thinks this is going to happen because they need $6 billion to pull it off.
Is he going with her?
No. He's not going with her.
Wait a minute. Maybe this could be an episode of Snap. Maybe he's just trying to get rid of her.
Oh no, you wrong for that.
I'm just saying.
You're wrong for that. I don't know. It made me think because she's doing this for she's space travel. They're going to colonize Mars by 2027.
It's a fairly lengthy story there.
It is. Her name's Sonia Van Meter.
Right?
I read it was a great read. It's fascinating. If you get a chance, Folks, check that one out because that one is good.
And that's just some crazy stuff. Just like
one-way ticket to Mars.
Right. Other crazy stuff. We're talking about Mars. We might as well be talking about Mars when we're saying it's going to cost $90 million a year to fix our streets. I'm sorry, not even fix the streets of Dallas. It's going to cost $90 million just to keep them at the level where they are. And now
they do need some help, though.
But like I know that the level where they are is just not conducive to our cars' health.
I know these potholes, and with the recent weather that we had in the winter, every time I hit one, it's like, oh, there goes my tire.
Yeah.
Thank God I got new tires, and they're holding up.
Well, it's why you have all these used tire places around here because you got to buy one every month or so because you're picking up something out of the road.
Well, I am glad the city's addressing it.
I'm glad they're addressing it.
I am glad about that.
It seems almost like it's an unwinnable war.
We've been talking about potholes forever in Dallas.
We need a pothole posse. I remember when I was living in Atlanta, they had a pothole posse. You could call the city and report a bad pothole. They'll send the posse out.
Wow. We had a mayor that ran off of fixing potholes before, so hey.
See what I'm talking about? Okay.
Where this is going on? TV.
It's on TV. Netflix shows have started to come back.
I know, right?
I know. I started watching, because I'm a geek.
I know.
I'm a geek.
I know.
I started watching Daredevil. It is so good. The fights are the right kind of gritty and bloody.
You're just all over the place here.
I watch everything.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
That one, girl.
And he's I won't say minor Marvel hero because he had his movies before the Avengers did, before Iron Man did. Ben Affleck played him. And while that movie is ridiculed unfairly by some, fairly by others, it's a good character. He's blind, but his other senses were like super heightened.
So he's like a blind superhero.
Yeah, he's a blind superhero.
Different.
He's awesome. Like he could hear one raindrop. His hearing is that good, and his other senses.
Is he flying around?
No flying. Oh. Just good fighting. But anyway, it's filled with gritty realism. Is set in New York, and what I always liked about Marvel shows, as opposed to DC, was that Marvel set things in the real world. Just kind of like so that's really good. Orange is the New Black is coming back. Orphan Black is coming.
Wow.
It's just so much good stuff out there. It's almost hard to watch it all. So much so that I find myself going back and rewatching things that I loved in the 90s. Right. Like I watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer every morning. That show is almost 20 years old.
Man, I didn't even know that was okay. Wow, that's an old one.
I'm gonna get you to watch some of my geeky shows yet. Once Upon a Time is finally nearing, like when all the good stuff is happening, and so and Blackish. Because
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I've started trying to find TV shows that help me feel at home, like Empire did.
You're having Empire withdrawal right now. Let me just let you know.
Mary Jane.
You're like everybody else. You're going through withdrawal right now. We're picking up Buffy the Vampire.
I need a 12-step program for Empire.
God, dog. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel the same way. I'm not watching Buffy the Vampire, but I feel the same way.
But I rediscovered BET because of this.
Wow.
Because the game comes on like 15, 20 times a week.
God bless you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this bad.
I'm rewatching Blackish.
Empire, hurry up.
Wait a minute. I watched Belly the other night. Do you remember Belly, that awful, awful movie with Nas?
Now we're watching awful movies, too. Well, Terrence Howard was on his Twitter, and he had talked about September, the show coming back, and then he said, but I'm not sure, so he kind of couched it. So for folks like you, we need to hurry up and get Empire back on the air.
We do, just to help me out.
And I won't forget the Buffy the Vampire takeouts. I'll tell you that. I got to get back, girl.
Me too.
Talk to you later.
Bye.